Hey guys, this is Aussie Reptiles here. We're doing a video today a little bit different than normal. We're not showing any reptiles. We're actually doing a Q&A. So I did put up a post on my Instagram asking to ask some questions for a Q&A video, which is what we're watching now. So we didn't get heaps of questions, but we did get enough to at least make a video, which is good. And if you guys enjoyed this type of video, maybe we'll do more in the future. I will also include all the names of the people that asked a question as well, so a little bit of a shout out to those people. So basically what the picture was is I put up a picture of my new water dragon Avery, which you guys would have seen a video of already, or if you haven't, link will be in the description, and there'll be a card up in the top corner showing you that video. Anyway, besides that, so because that was the picture where there's a few questions sort of asked about that. But anyway, we'll start with the first question. So there's two questions from Big DS Live. Again, here is their name. So they said, do you do anything to treat Yuki mulch before you use it? So Yuki mulch is a substrate that I use for quite a few enclosures, and obviously what I use for the substrate in the Avery. I do not do anything to treat it. There are obviously multiple things you can do. You could bake it, you can spray it with disinfectant, white water, water and vinegar and stuff like that. But no, I've never treated anything. I've never had any issues with it. I know multiple people use it. It's a really common thing used in the reptile community, but no, I do not treat it. Now, Big DS also asked, what heating do you have with your water dragons? So the water dragons outside the Avery don't have any heating besides the sun. I am in the process of getting or I'm going to look into getting a small solar panel, and that way I can run off a small heat light just to provide a little bit extra warmth and probably heat the water as well. So obviously they have a pond. I might look into heating that. Other than that, the natural heating and lighting from the sun is perfectly fine as well. As for my water dragons inside, obviously I get a heat light depending on the size enclosure, will depend on the wattage, and obviously UV light as well. And I always do 10% UV for the water dragons. So that answers that question. Polar Reptiles, again, name here, asked, if you could pick one species to keep among all reptiles and amphibians on Earth, what would your choice be? Now, obviously, I mean, I already keep that species, and obviously it's going to be a blue tongue lizard. That is my favorite species by far. That's why I have over 30 blue tongues, even more, over 50 blue tongues, because they're just the best by far. So simple to look after. They can be for anyone from beginner to expert reptile keepers. They're absolutely amazing. Obviously I keep a few morphs, different localities and everything like that. So yes, blue tongues are going to be definitely my favorite species by far. Now I also got a question asking, do you know anyone selling Akis in Sydney? I already responded to that on the Instagram post, but here's that question anyway. No, unfortunately I don't. I'm based in Melbourne. Next question. So this is from Amber. This is from my girlfriend. You guys would have seen her before. She said, do you need to do anything special for lizards outside during winter? So not necessarily, you don't have to do anything special per se. All my outdoor enclosures, and for a lot of people, obviously have some sort of hide that those reptiles can keep warm in. So for example, with mine, I've got styrofoam boxes, which obviously act as insulation, and that is full of sugarcane mulch, hay, and everything like that, and that keeps them warm. That's the same for the water dragon Avery and all my lizard pits. People can also do stuff like heated hides. So again, it can either be a styrofoam box or a concrete box. A good example of that is Camp Kennan. He has these tortoise huts, which basically have a heat mat in them, and obviously that keeps the temperature inside that hide warm. Unfortunately, where the pits are, there is no way for power. So no, there is no electricity running in the pits. So they just basically get an insulated box, and then the hay and straw gives them something to sort of bury and keep themselves warm. LFB Productions, so this is Luke. Shout out to Luke. His channel will be in the description below, and obviously this is his Instagram name here. He said, what plans or ideas do you want to do with the reptiles and amphibians? Also, do you wish to get another snake? So my plans with reptiles, like next in terms of reptiles and amphibians, obviously we've got the outdoor enclosures being kept. I'm really enjoying keeping them outside. But the next sort of step would probably be looking more into the blotched blue tongue mutations. I've got obviously the easterns and northerns, they're great, but I want to step into the blotched blue tongues. And I've also been getting into the small dragons recently as well. So that's definitely that there. And in terms of getting another snake, I don't know if I've done a video on them or not. I know for a fact there's two snakes that I have not done a video on. and that are my wheat belt locality Stimson's pythons. But I don't even know if I've had Instagram photos of them, but I do also have a pair of 100% het for tarbled children's pythons, which is obviously T positive, albino, and marbled, and they're from Marty. Shout out to Marty. This is from B-Man Crew. So Blake's channel will also be in the description below, and here is his Instagram handle. He said, where do you want to go with reptiles? Like, do you want to start a business or work in a zoo, etc.? Or maybe do a different job that's not involving animals? So I've had a job in the past that didn't involve animals. Animals are my thing. It's what I really enjoy, whether it's reptiles to mammals to birds, etc. Fish, obviously I like fish as well. I just really enjoy animals. So preferably a job in animals is going to be where I am more comfortable. But the dream was to always own my own reptile zoo. Probably not going to happen. Obviously that's a really big dream, but that's definitely something 100% that I've just always wanted to do. Next question. Don't exactly know how to pronounce this, so I'm not going to try. Here's the name. What's the best way to get your reptiles to eat greens? In brackets, I have a baby bearded dragon. What I usually recommend customers at work, and what I've done here, is adding live foods, whether it be mealworms or crickets, on top of the salad. And that usually entices your bearded dragons, which, I mean, they eat salads usually, but for those that are a little bit pickier, seeing something moving on top, they usually go for that and get a mouthful of the greens and be like, hey, this isn't too bad, and we'll try and eat that. What's your favorite morph of blue tongue? So my favorite, by far, 100% hands down, is the hypermelanistics. They're the best. My dream morph would 100% be a lava blue tongue. I really want to produce one of those guys. So fingers crossed down the track. We've got the animals to do so. Hopefully we can do that. Only time will tell. But hypermelanistics, the black bluey, jet black blueys, they're the best. All right, so this was just a question saying, this is a sick setup, obviously regarding to the water dragon aviary. What is your process of designing an enclosure? So what I'll do, usually I try to get ideas, pictures or so on from the animal's natural environment, and I try to replicate that 90% of the time when I can, as close to what I can to their natural environment. In terms of the water dragon aviary, I just used materials and stuff that I had laying around to be able to do it. That's why it's got old fence poles and a few other things like that. That's all stuff that I've had laying around. But yeah, indoor enclosures, try to mimic as close to as I can to what their natural environment will be, or just keeping it really plain and simple to make sure that the animals have what they need. So we have Reptiles Uncaged, Noonie, nice setup. Not really a question, but again, regarding the aviary, thank you, Reptiles Uncaged. Channel will be in the description below. Great guy, he's been basically with me since the start, and he's doing really well. Good job. All right, Cooper Hills, what is an animal you want to get in the future? So in terms of down the track, I wouldn't mind working a little bit more in the monitors as well. Obviously I've got a lace monitor, Aki monitor, but some of the smaller monitors again, so like your Gillens or your Pygmy Mulga, and like your stores or your brevicorters and stuff like that as well. So that's it for the comments on the post itself. I do have to quickly go to my messages from Aussie Reptilez, Connor, channel in the description, and obviously his name right here. What are your plans with the YouTube channel, and what are you going to try and breed this year? Lel. So my plans for the channel, I really want to start getting into uploads again, whether that be once a week, maybe 2 times a week. We're going to push videos, try and get one at least a week on the channel. That is going to be great. Obviously I do have a second channel as well, Jake Peterson. Link will also be in the description below. We're gonna have so many channels down there, but that's a channel for doing unboxings of stuff like shoes, mystery boxes for hype stuff like Supreme and stuff like that. A lot of you guys probably aren't interested in that, but if you are, links in the channel below, description below. Definitely go subscribe if you're interested. In terms of trying to breed, I mean anything essentially. Obviously, we've got the blotchies outside, whether it be with the Tassie blotchies. That's probably my goal. I'd love for the Tassies to try and breed. They are up to size, but they're probably a little bit still young still, so maybe not. But obviously stuff along the lines of hypers, the whites, albinos. We've got the Xanthic we can try and breed with. Obviously just your normal Easterns, your normal blotchies, all of that. The Alpines, so yeah, we got a good selection. Obviously a few small dragons and the water skinks and stuff we can try and breed too, the water dragons again. So we'll just see what happens. I don't really have plans. We sort of just go with the flow. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I mean, it's not the end of the world. There's always the next year and so on. But that will bring this video to a conclusion. I believe I answered everything. Again, thank you to all that did leave a comment on my channel, on the post. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this sort of video. Again, it's nothing, I'm not showing animals or anything, so it is a little bit more just one-on-one. But I really, guys, appreciate the support. Thank you guys for watching my videos. It means the world to me. I appreciate it so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.